Hey James,
Hi,
thank you for doing this with me.
thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, amazing, amazing to have you. And so, can you briefly introduce yourself to the audience?
Sure. So I am Jatoshi, the creator of Boozcoin. I've been in the crypto space since 2011. I remember buying Bitcoin when it was like $215 a coin. But I also remember losing a bunch of Bitcoin on a company server that locked my private keys. So I've been through, the ups and downs of crypto. Luckily, I had Bitcoin on other wallets, so I didn't lose everything. And back then, so many years ago, it was really hard to manage wallets and there weren't many options available. But right from the beginning, I believed in Satoshi's white paper. I was telling everybody about it and everybody thought I was crazy and everyone thought Bitcoin was a scam. And, unfortunately there were tons of scammers that entered Bitcoin back then and it really gave crypto a bad name. And I guess bad reputations often stick for a very long time, right? So, but over time, I saw crypto crash several times, which is always very scary. We thought it was dead many times, but it just kept bouncing back. And it's all because of Satoshi's white paper. First, I think that first declaration that really made a statement that answered a big concern on trust around finance in the world that people were struggling with. Um, so career-wise, I've been in the wine investment business for 20 years, over 20 years actually. I've been a wine investment analyst. I run a successful company in Asia, Europe, and USA, managing wine and spirits investments. We basically manage portfolios for investors, and I run also a private wine investment fund. We've got a really good handle on the wine and spirits market, and we have a very good reputation with some of the most exclusive wineries in the world. We invest mainly in French wines, Scottish and Japanese whiskey. We keep wines and spirits in two warehouses in the UK and in France. Just in France, I mean, it's a beautiful warehouse. They have over 400 million euros in one warehouse, which is extremely secure, but it's also bonded so that the asset remains tax-free whilst it's in bond over the investment period. We have an internal data analytics system that we built to give us every single price, time, quantity of any bottle across the world. I can go back 15 years and I can tell you who had how many bottles of whatever wine in the market
Wow,
at that time. It's a pretty cool
wow,
system. We built that from the ground up.
wow.
We've also got a wine investors trading platform that we built in house using Magento, which is the same platform that eBay used, so it can handle really big volume. Yeah, essentially that's it.
Amazing. That's amazing. Totally amazing. Totally amazing. So, I know that Boozcoin is a terrific project, and it's literally the first I've seen integrating cryptocurrency with alcohol. So, can you tell us about Boozcoin? What really brought about this? What's your mission exactly? What are you trying to? What's your mission?
Okay, well, my mission is to create a real world use case for crypto, all right? Not just in real life, but also in the metaverse and the NFT space. But, my biggest problem or pet peeve with crypto is having lots of real use cases for it. I mean, even moving crypto around is quite tricky, and with the costs of moving Ethereum and the fees and gas fees, it's become a bit of a headache. So I mean, I started with this idea. I wanted to gel the wine and spirits market with the crypto market. It was just an idea. And suddenly, we have now a team of over 30 people helping me put all this together, ranging from marketing gurus, blockchain experts, very experienced coders, developers, accountants, and everyone's being paid in Boozecoin. So, I mean, it's everybody's got the same goal, to put Boozecoin and Booze Exchange on the map and really get Boozecoin to become something useful, a form of a medium of a medium of exchange that you can use to buy an alcohol product, which is of course going to be low in transaction fees because we built it on the Solana blockchain. So it costs literally a few cents to move it around. And we've got a very focused, driven, and motivated team who are totally in love with Boozcoin and its mission.
Amazing, amazing, great, great. So I think that's a great plan. That's a great mission. So at what point do you think? At what point would you think you can say that you've accomplished the Boostcoin mission, which you just talked about?
Well, I mean, the Boozcoin mission is a fairly long-term mission. I mean,
Okay.
that we want Boozcoin to be adopted in the alcohol industry as a usable medium of exchange. Now, you're talking about a market that's worth $1.5 trillion. Okay, so it
Exactly.
requires huge efforts for us to get that adopted, and we're using form of rewards for people to want to use it, to incentivize people to use it, and it also requires great efforts in us producing Booz Exchange. Now, Booz Exchange is our flagship platform, and this is where we want to show people that Boozcoin can really work for the alcohol market. You see, Booz Exchange is going to be where people can buy, sell any bottle with any merchant, distributor, winery, or retail outlet. Pretty much anyone who buys or sells bottles of any alcohol beverage would be able to use it. And as I just mentioned, we're going to incentivize people to use Boozcoin by rewarding people who actually use it. So let's say if you're a buyer and you want to pay in Boozcoin, you'll receive extra rewards in Boozcoin. But if you're a seller and you accept Boozcoin, then you'll also receive rewards. But we're making it flexible enough so that one party doesn't have to accept or pay in Boozcoin. So you could pay in
Yeah.
Boozcoin, and I could be a seller and receive it in fiat currency. So the system would switch. So we're keeping it as flexible as we possibly can, and we're allowing people to stay on the platform and use the messaging feature whilst they're doing their transaction, even if they just want to deal in fiat currency alone, if they don't even want to deal in crypto. Of course, that's nothing to do with us. We wouldn't be involved with that if it was a fiat transaction. But it allows people to stay on the platform and make use of the messaging feature that we're going to put into it. And of course, like I said, it's really up to the user. We want to still allow them to keep using the experience. I think the idea is really to keep people engaged and on the platform, and find it useful. In addition to that, we've got some big plans for the NFT and virtual world of gaming. Our idea is around building of wine and spirits portfolios for investment. So for 20 years, I've only ever seen the wealthiest people be able to afford a wine portfolio for investment. And by building a league, let's say, of games, you may have heard of like DraftKings, which is something
Yeah.
similar. The idea is from there, where instead the user can invest in a virtual wine portfolio and try to grow their investment virtually. And it allows anyone to grow a wine portfolio and see the advantages of it as an investment. And of course, the entry level is nothing like buying the real wine, right? So, but it also allows them to see the stability and the growth that's possible with wine investment. And it also allows them to learn about investing in wine before actually doing it in the real world. But the thing is, we want them to compete against each other, let users, talk to experts or wine merchants have leagues, so-called leagues, where they can compete and win prizes. Merchants could be in this space showcasing their products and in return for giving advice and sharing their own ideas about the market. And the games will obviously reward users in Boozcoin prizes, which they can then use to buy real bottles, or they can buy NFTs from the NFT marketplace that we're developing. I mean, our goal with the NFT space is to attach an NFT to every single bottle that's priced around
Yeah.
$500 or more, because usually when a bottle is priced over $500, it's actually then only really considered as an investment.
Yeah.
But the NFT space is really exciting for us. I mean, I think it's bigger than crypto. I imagine a future in 5 to 10 years when people are going to go to the office inside the metaverse or having a party inside there, and they're going to have like expensive bottle of wine NFTs
Yeah.
placed in the room to show people, just like NFT art on the wall. I think it's going to be huge. People could even order expensive bottles on Booze Exchange and have them delivered
Definitely.
to all their friends while they're in the party in the metaverse, if that makes sense. The
Yeah,
possibilities are endless with the metaverse. I mean, the bottom
definitely.
line is, I think the bottom line is, if we can capture at least 5% of the current alcohol market using Boozcoin over the next 2 to 3 years, then Boozcoin's market cap would be worth $75 billion. That would definitely put us on the map with some of the major cryptocurrencies.
Great, 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 great. Um, that sounds totally interesting, no doubt. Tell me why should crypto enthusiasts join this? Why should they join this?
Well, because we think and breathe like crypto enthusiasts, and we want the coin to go up in price. Now, of course, we can't manipulate the price of the coin, but what we can do is we can spend investment on marketing of the coin and getting it out there to as many places as we possibly can. I've been in the investment world for many, many years, so I understand what's required from expectations from investors. They're expecting us to perform. They're expecting us to produce a coin, launch it on an ICO, and try to pump the price up, in terms of marketing it heavily to get major awareness of this coin. So the Boozecoin itself, and then of course the Booze Exchange platform, as that's developed and grows, that will bring in the corporate world into the Booze Exchange part of the business. And I think that's where, crypto investors, let's face it, crypto investors, we really started putting money into crypto because we either believe in Satoshi's white paper, which is what I believed in right from the start. And of course, the other factor is that people want to make money, right? That's why they invest in crypto. I mean,
Definitely.
it's there to make a return. So we recognize that. That's really important. The price of this coin, we've got to try and promote it as much as we can to try and get the price up and get awareness. And I think if we can make a good growth phase on our coin in the early phases, I think we will have all those people that started off at the beginning who invested in the early phases. They'll make a really good return. And then if they can make a really good return, they will become die-hard investors with Boozcoin, right? And that's what we want. We want everybody to be talking about it. And that's what's going to propel us to every single level that we're moving forward to. We can't just say we're going to be a $75 billion crypto. We have to start from the ground up. And from the ground up means we've got to get that price, get it ICO, get the price up, market it well, and see, so people can see growth on it.
Yeah, yeah. Awesome. That's
Does
awesome.
that make
So
sense?
makes a lot of sense. Does make a lot of sense. Sounds totally well planned. And love all the information I've learned today, and I'm sure the subscribers will be happy to learn all this as well. Um, you know, as a person, I always preach that investors think long term. So, what would there are a lot of, day traders and all that who just want to make profit in the short term and all that. So, what would you advise, boost coiners? What would be your advice to boost coiners or prospective boost coiners?
Well, everybody who gets in the early phases has lock-in periods. So
Okay.
we've designed our tokenomics around making sure that there are no pump and dump operations on our coin.
Okay.
Of course, you can never stop that completely, right? But when the coin becomes freely tradable, then it becomes freely tradable. There are no lock-ins on the coin when it's freely tradable, as in when it
Wow.
becomes a crypto on an exchange. But
Yeah.
prior to that, anybody entering the space, the team coins, um, early investors, anybody who's in during the pre-sale, everybody has lock-ins, and we all have the same lock-ins. Nobody has different lock-ins unless you come into the different phase of the actual stage.
Yeah.
And that's all explained in our white paper. And how we've done it is we're only allowing people to take out 10% after 6 months. and then another 10% later on. But I mean, if the pre-sale is offered at 0.001, 0.002, and then 0.003. So if the growth is what we're anticipating, then the return on investment should be good enough for people to make an exit strategy of 10% after 6 months or
Yeah.
less. You know, if they see that, then they feel confident that this project is going to fly, then of course they may want to keep less in. But I think it's good to keep that strategy as an investor. Anybody who's a day trader, well, I've done my own fair share of day trading over the years, and you know, the day trading is you're in the asset and then you're out of the asset. So really, that's for the day traders to consider when the coin is marketed. When it's on the ICO, when it's a freely tradable coin. However, as a day trader, be prepared, because you know, as a day trader, we're going to be focused on getting that price higher. So as a day trader, you want the price to go up, but you also want it to go down. So you want a lot of volatility. We're hoping that it can only go in one direction, of course. So you know, day traders beware, I guess. But yeah, I enjoy day trading myself. I did it for many years.
All right. All right. All right. All right. So can you briefly tell us about things in the works? You know, the roadmap, listings. You know, what should we really expect?
Well, we want to do our pre-sales over the next 4 weeks. We are mapping those out. We've already mapped those out. We have a pre-sale starting on the 29th of December in a couple of days. Everybody needs to be registered, and they need to complete their KYC profile verification. It's very important. We do have a strict KYC policy. We have a very good system. It's used by some major companies. We purposely put in a fairly strict system, which requires your ID and the usual standard procedures that you would do with the KYC. And it's important to get that done early, because when the pre-sale is on, you know, we're expecting to have a lot of people signing up and joining. So it's going to put a lot of pressure on our support team. So it'd be better if you're registered and you have passed your KYC prior to that any pre-sale that comes out. The pre-sales, once we've ran the first, second, and third phase of the pre-sales, we then will be planning to launch it on exchanges, and that's our goal, is to get it on exchange as soon as possible. I'd like not to give any specific dates for the launching of the ICO, purely because we want to get it on as quickly as we can, but it also has to be timing in the market. We have to look at, you know, is the crypto market buoyant? Is it good? Is it a good time to launch on the ICO? But everything's in place. So I mean, it's really just a matter of passing through the first 3 phases of the pre-sale, and then picking the right exchange to launch on.
All right. All right. Amazing.
Yep.
That's amazing. So there's one last thing I'd like to ask you, which is about the team around Boozcoin, which you talked about briefly at the beginning of this interview. Can you tell us about them? You know, how how you'll aim to accomplish every goal with Boozcoin. Can you tell me about, you know, just briefly tell me about the team, the Boozcoin team?
Sure. Yeah. So we have a couple of people who are financially minded. One being myself. I have a lot of financial experience, going back, you know, 20 years. I've been in the wine investment world. I know how to manage assets. It's pretty much my daily job. I've been doing it for a very long time. And we also have another wine investment expert or analyst as well, who is Kimmy. Kimmy's also very much into, she also manages a lot of our existing business. She deals with a lot of the fine and rare wines market. She deals with a lot of merchants and suppliers. We have also Ian McKinnon. And Ian McKinnon has ran a $15 million company before in the UK on the UK stock exchange.
Amazing.
He's a little bit older. He's very experienced in running big corporations and understanding what big corporations want. And he's going to be definitely very pivotal to us when we are launching the Booz Exchange platform, because he's going to be able to connect us with the major conglomerates that we need to be connected to. Um, we have Saat Eden, who is in Dubai, and he is very much into marketing different on the different uh, spaces in the crypto world. He's been a crypto investor for many years. He's also very much in tune to what the crypto market do and how they understand and how they roll. We've also got Clinton Bryan, who has got a lot of experience in the crypto community. He's invested in several large projects in the crypto world and crypto space. He's been involved with several different ICO projects. He's going to be steering us through this pre-sale and ICO launch. He's also connecting us with the major exchanges and some of the other exchanges. We're actually talking to, or we're trying to apply with the top 50 exchanges if you look at CoinMarketCap, for example, the top 50 exchanges, we're applying with those, and then we want to decide which ones want us and which ones we want to go with. And then we have John Swardstrom, who is very much key with regards to marketing and influencing. He's run some large companies also in California. He's got very good connections with Hollywood and some big stars, and he's already talking to certain people about potentially promoting us. And then we also have Zaid Al-Batain, and who is a more than 12 years Python programmer and coder. Done a lot of work for some of the big pharmaceutical industries like GlaxoSmithKline and some of the others. And we also have Yevgeny, who is one of our developers in Russia, and he's also 10 years he's got as a programmer in Python. Excellent coder, really sharp. He's been helping me put the smart contracts in place.
Awesome.
And I think that, yeah, we have other people as well, but I think that's the main team.
That's the main team.
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah,
Awesome. Sounds like a totally experienced team right there. Amazing,
yeah,
amazing. So
yeah. I'm blessed to have him.
that, that's totally. I think that's totally all we need to take, because I'm trying to make sure this is not too long, So
Yeah, yeah, sure.
so people don't get. Awesome, awesome.
Yeah,
This was a great
I
chat with you,
yeah,
and
yeah, sure. I
no,
tend to talk too much, so I'm sorry if I kept it a
no,
bit
no,
too
no, no.
long.
I love the fact they give details. It shows a lot of transparency,
Okay,
and that's
okay.
what is really
We
lacking
okay.
in
We
most projects these days. So, guys, you heard from the creator of Boozcoin himself. He shared a lot of beautiful stuff on basically the facts about Boozcoin, and you'd agree that it's been an interesting session. And James, thanks once again for doing this, and thanks for being here. Definitely, I look forward to talking to you once again when Boozcoin literally reaches the moon. Because basically, from all your details, this Boozcoin is definitely hitting the moon, basically. And guys, let me know what you think about Boozcoin in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell if you've not, and I'll see you guys later.
Thank
So,
you.
Before I go, guys, let me talk briefly about the Eternity Chain token actually. So, I still maintain the opinion of the fact that Eternity Chain with token, the ERN, is actually a great coin to own. And at the moment, it's $4.28, and it is totally a great time to buy. As we all know, the best time to buy is totally when there's blood on the street. And crypto market actually right now has a lot of blood on the street, and right now is actually the best time to buy most of the coin. So at this price is a totally great bargain because um so far in the last 1 year, the all-time high was down to $3.86. The all-time low is $2.93, and we expect $100 sometime this year So that would be over um, 20x, which is a totally great bargain. And where you could get it on Coinbase, Binance, OKX, KuCoin, Uniswap, Gate, and Quick Swap, basically. I still maintain the fact that now is actually the best time to get some ARN right now. Yeah, so that's all. All the necessary links will be in the description for you to follow the website and all. All the necessary links to follow will be kept in the description so you can follow and take advantage of this opportunity of the deep, basically.